3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Uh,
There you go. So it's 6 a.m. and you're just getting going. So what day of the week is it for you?
it's Saturday.
Okay, good. So it's your weekend. That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, since I know that, I'll probably try to schedule it one more hour in advance next week for you so you can sleep in just a little longer.
Thank
Certainly.
you.
Suchir, this is Denise. This is my lovely wife, Denise.
Hi there.
So,
Hi, it's nice to meet you.
Yeah,
nice to meet you.
now I don't know how many people are going to show up in the end, but we'll see. And here is Cortina, a fellow wolf. Welcome.
I got Tina.
Hello.
She made it. She made it. We've already had a long conversation earlier today too. Well, Cortina, this is Suchir. He is new to the RWC. He just joined us yesterday, I believe. Right? You just popped in the server yesterday.
Yes.
Great. And he comes from
Ah.
India. Yes, he's coming to us from India. So he is enrolled in our email course program for the Acquisitions Academy. So, he's here learning about all that kind of stuff. Club news. Now, let's see. What time is it? I don't want to start too early.
3 minutes.
It's 3 minutes in. I better wait. You know what, Cortina, Suchir, why don't you, I'm going to mute myself for a minute. I'm going to let you guys introduce yourselves to each other and talk.
Okay.
Okay. So how are you doing?
I'm fine. How about you?
Oh, doing good. I'm okay. Well, I've been a part of the Rich Wolf Club, I guess, for about a year now, maybe
Almost.
more.
Wow.
And here we are. Here we go. Now I got it looking like I want to.
I got a question for you,
Uh,
Cortina. Because I know you're active in the investment community. How many different groups are you actually a part of, or do you know?
let's see. There. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I guess 3, 4, maybe that I'm 5 that I'm actually active in. I'm a part of more than that, but I just sort of monitor the other ones. I have NFTs for several, but
Sure,
yeah, I guess there are a lot of them over there. But as far as active ones that I feel are of some value,
sure.
it's about 5.
5. That's good. That's good. Well, and that's why I ask you,
Yeah.
just to show Suchir here that there are a plethora of groups out there. Not all are created equal.
Yes.
Not all.
Yeah.
No. So,
Yeah.
and we've been happy to have you here for almost a year now. I think you came in right around this
Yeah.
time, maybe January, February-ish, maybe. Either way, you've been here a long time.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking around
It
February.
seems like yeah. I've been here for a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
now, what can you say to this young man about the club? Because you've been here this long. Is there anything you can tell him about this club?
It's different. I guess. Well, the one reason I came over, I'm trying to think. Why? What was? I can't even remember what it was that you said when I heard you in that space because I was in another group and you were in the space and you pitched your group and everything. And I thought, let me go check it out because I liked what you were saying because you had a business plan
Sure.
and you had your Rich Wolf Club, Little Piggies, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
you had
Was it Realms
a
of Meta?
vision of how you wanted all of it to work together and grow a business.
Sure.
I actually made the extra effort to read your white papers and your business plan
Thank you.
because with all those other groups I was a part of, they all said they had this and the roadmaps. And I'm like, after I got burned or rug several times, I said, let me really look at this and see what everybody's doing. And I liked what yours said. I'm like, let me let's see if he's going to really do this. So I was quiet a long time because a lot of it, I mean, all of them, like I'm a part of another group. And it's just like every time, I mean, I like the group and they are growing and they're really doing something, but I'm not going to keep buying, just after a while, it's like, and I know they have to get the community to support them that way, but it's like, I need to see something in return for what I'm doing.
Sure.
And this one was different. I mean, I was looking for different. I was looking for a real investment at, really. It's like I want to see a return without me having to keep paying into it and paying into it and paying into it. So
Exactly.
but yeah.
Exactly. And that's what really I pride myself on the structure of the fund, because I really tried to model it as close as you could to any type of traditional fund that was out there. Even with the compliance, as well, maybe not so much as far as KYC, but as far as all the things that we reported and the way that you can look at everything, see all of the transactions that are there. Anytime we did anything, we're showing it, stating it to the clubs so that they know what's going on. Stuff like that. So I am proud of the way that we structured it. It was really, we did it in a small increment so that if you wanted to keep buying in, you could. But really, if you wanted to go in there and make that investment and you had it, go buy 100 wolves. That would have been great. Then we could have gone off and done whatever it is you want to do immediately instead of been waiting to fund a project. So, the capital raising part is always tricky. Always tricky. Now, Sue Cheer, can you tell us
people who bought tons of them?
Oh, sure.
Sorry.
What happened to them?
They didn't stick around.
Yeah, they didn't stick around. Well, and I also see that Sofa King has joined us. Welcome, Sofa King. Good to see you tonight. He might not be able.
Yes, here.
All right. I didn't know if you were going to be able to talk or not. I didn't know if you were on dad duty. Well, almost.
I'm on dead duty right now, but I'm listening.
Yeah. That's good. Well, Sue Cheer is new to the group, so I was just, kind of introducing everyone. You guys have been around here for a while. There he is. Look at that handsome fellow.
I know.
He needs little wolf NFT. You know what? When we first launched this project, we had a bunch of people that were parents that had little kids like this. And we really wanted to eventually launch a free collection just to give out to all of the, to the parents that were out there who wanted them. But it was going to be the wolf cubs. And just something they could trade back and forth. It would be neat, and it would be based on the ones that you own, So, yeah. We didn't end up going down that road just because the bottom fell out of the NFT market. It was like, it didn't matter what you launched. Wasn't anybody there to care.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, on to club business, because it looks like you guys are the guys that are going to show up. And I did take some notes tonight because I had some things to talk about.
Okay.
First of all, we've got news. News. We have a new website. If you haven't seen it yet, we do have a new website. It is therichwolfclub.com. That's right. You can go look at that. It gives everybody, if you can share that with your friends, let people know what we're a part of. It gives them a full breakdown on what we do there. See, I want to put some of this in the right order because there's a lot to talk about, actually.
Okay.
Yes, programs. We are rolling out some newer programs here in the clubhouse. Okay, some weekly programs to give you guys some added value, to make sure that there's things here for you to do to keep you inspired, growing, and building in the space, and keeping you connected to everyone in here. The reason that we started a club instead of just an investment group is so that you could build relationships. That's what that's about, is to have camaraderie and be able to sit in a space like this and build real relationships to go do things. Now, those programs, we're starting off with 3 in-house programs, and that is our weekly networking session. It'll be right here in the Discord, right here in the VC, and we're going to be doing that. I don't remember what day of the week it is, but I've got it on the calendar for you. Time-wise, if there is a better time that works for all of you guys, I would really like for you to tell me that, because I'm just putting a time that I think is probably a good time. I can always work around schedules because I want more people to be able to show up. That's the whole idea. Is we've got a club, but I want you guys to know who each other are, not just the faceless picture that's back there that no one really knows. And as this club grows, you're going to want to know who each other are. Some of the ones that were here before, we were happy just looking at their PFP. Look, going forward, we're talking about exorbitant amounts of money being exchanged. I want to know what you look like. Yeah, I want to kind of weirdo you are, man. Let's see. So we've got the weekly networking sessions that we'll be doing in the VC. Second, we will also be doing some free training sessions. And I'm going to start off doing the free training myself because, as you guys know, that's education is a big part of what I do. There's a multitude of subjects and subject matter that we can cover. However, as this club grows, I would like some other people to come in and be hosting these sessions. Train on whatever it is that you are a master of, or that you are an educator in. Whatever field you're into. If there's something that you could share with the group to help us grow, that would really help. And that's something that I'm going to continue to do with you guys. We start off the very first session this week with how to buy a business, part 1. Now, Suchir, he has already joined the email course on that, and I believe Sofa King did too, but I don't know if he ever got it. He never said anything. Have you been able to at least check out the first 1 or 2 emails, Suchir?
No, I was actually ill, so that's why I'm not.
Okay, we'll figure that out. If nothing else, I'll send you a form and let you get in it, because I figured you should have had the first 2 or 3 days already. Okay, good to know. That's why I'm asking. Moving on. So there's a free training program this weekend. You'll be able to sit in on that one, and it's live right here with me. I'm going to walk you through all of the basic steps for your day 1. This is a 7-day educational event. Calling it the 7-day acquisition challenge because really it's only 7 days of training. All of the other things that you're going to do in the meantime, because you're going to have a few days in between, is prep work and homework. If you put in the work, after these 7 sessions, you could very well be in high negotiations to owning your own company. Okay. Now, I don't know what your finances are like. You're all different. That doesn't matter. The point is, if you have the finances on deck, you might be able to be in a business by the time you get done with that little basic training. If not, well, you're still going through the training and you still got a lot of time. Don't worry about it. So,
Christopher, I have a suggestion in the event, the 7-day event. For me, it will be at 2:30 a.m. in the morning. So why don't you guys do it in the Zoom and record it so I can watch it and learn from it?
Certainly. There will definitely be recordings taken from all of this, and you can watch it. And as the times get different, because I do believe there's going to be people from multiple time zones here. We've got several that are from Australia as it is. So if we could find a good time that works for all of our international members, we will definitely cater to that as well. We want to make sure that you guys are taken care of just as well as anybody that lives here in the States. Yeah. Oh, well, hey, it doesn't matter where you live. You're a valued member, and we're happy to have you here. That's all there is to it. Now, moving on to that, the last little program that I'm bringing in on the in-house programs, that is a one-on-one consultation once a month with this guy concerning your business or what it is that you're doing. This is a service that I already offer to the public, and to the public, it's a $350 charge for that hour. I figure that I can give that to you guys once a month to help you along with your business, whether it be to acquire a business, to help scale your business, grow your business, market your company, whatever it happens to be. I do have some value for you, at least for 1 hour a month, to sit on a one-on-one VC call with me should you want to or need to. All you've got to do is submit a ticket. We'll schedule a time to make that happen. Does that sound like value to you guys inside of a club?
Yes.
Okay, good. Well, now that's another thing too. Here's one of the big announcements that I wanted to bring out. So you guys that are legacy members, you came in the NFT world, you put your money in and came in. That's how that worked. Now the NFT world kind of went awry. You're still here, still by me, and I always told you, if you're here, you're here. That's it. You are a legacy member. You will always be here. You will always receive portions of anything that I do in this club because you believed enough to stay. So I thank you for that. And what I would like to do, hang on, there was something I was reading. I said that. Good Lord. Hang on, let me break it down. I got a list here. I want to make sure. Oh, everyone else, we just moved to a paid membership is what it is. We are now, it's $29.95 a month to be in the club. So I'm not going to go over today. I like to explain to you guys the whole pitch of why you want to be in the club. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've got an entire page drafted up on that to tell everybody else what the benefits of being here are. In the end, there are no benefits unless you're here. You got to be here. You got to be active. You've got to do what it is, or you can't benefit from the benefits. I mean, it makes it really hard. So be here, be in attendance, and I will continue to provide value to your lives, value to your professional life, and hopefully your personal growth and development as well. That's something that I feel strongly on. Let's see. There's more. So yes, we're at a paid membership. You guys that are here as legacy members, don't worry about that. You're here. That's all. For everyone else, all of the marketing material I'm putting out goes to a pay link. That's what it is. Now, if you guys that are here go up and get an invite link, that will work for your friends and fans and family. Okay? It is a free invite link if you go grab the ones up top. For the next month, at least a month, it may go a month and a half, and I'll tell you why. I really would like some more people in here to have some conversation, to have some real conversation around wealth building, around investments, around finances, growing, building, something positive. So if you happen to know people in your own personal network, maybe it's a Facebook friends or whatever it is, or maybe people in other servers that you know that are interested in this kind of stuff. I'm not asking anybody to buy anything, okay? But if you would share an invite link to bring them in to be part of the community, to just be part of the community, kind of be along with our network, grow a little bit, post a little bit, talk a little bit, show up in the Discord network. If we could do that, just bring some people in, that would be really nice. And it's okay. You can use the free link. Don't worry about it. Just bring them in. If they come in and they verify, then I know they used one of your free links. So,
Okay.
all right. So I would really appreciate that. Go ahead.
You can make a link for 2 or 3 months. We can send that link to them and they can check it out. If they like it, they can join the paid version.
Yes, I was going to do that with just a week or two free, right? However, when you go through Discord, the only way that Discord allows you to do it is through Stripe. And I don't use Stripe as a processor. I use some other stuff. And I really don't want to bring Stripe into my processing system. So I don't like Stripe. I've had Stripe, don't like it, don't want to mess with it. So what I would rather do is tell you guys that are in here, share it with your friends. But don't share it with the world. Don't just post it online. But, send it to your close people that you like or friends that you know that might really be, or if you're in a group of people that are into investments or financial stuff, you can post it in that group and let those people know because they're the kind of people that we're looking for, right? But we're not just trying to play.
Why don't you use Whoop for that?
Excuse me? I don't know what it is. Can you send me a link? Yeah, you don't have to send it now, but if you could send a link, you can tag me with a link or something, or you could put it here in the Discord, that'd be fine. Yeah, I don't know what Voop is.
Okay.
Huh. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so moving on there, club updates. Now, inside the club itself, if you'll look down in the channels, now, Suchir, I know you didn't know that because you weren't here last week. However, there are 2 new channels that you've got. You now have a members deal channel, and you now have the investment opportunities channel. The investment opportunities channel, I've got links in there so that you can actually go and look at the information on the opportunities that are available. It's not just the website link. It's actually got a little pitch deck in there, and there's more coming. On the private equity fund that is listed, I just did a full breakdown, a full thesis, and I should have it published probably tomorrow for you guys, and put out in the right format for you to like. I mean, it'll be a PDF that you can download, send it out to your friends if you wanted to, but it goes down the breakdown of the PE fund. So those are the updates to the Clubhouse server. This is an announcement I've got for you guys. And this goes for everybody in the club, it's not just you guys. You guys are just the only ones here. We are looking for team members as we go forward with the with this next fund.
What member?
No, not board members, just members of the team. Okay, and when I say that, what I'm looking for
Okay.
are people to help with content creation, marketing, and capital raising. So if you're already a fundraiser, you're somebody that goes to the galas and you go to the events and you do that kind of stuff, we can use you, you know, in the team. If you're somebody who does content creation, you make videos, you make articles, you post things, we can use that kind of stuff. If you're a marketer and you understand how to put things in the proper channels to make sure they get the eyes on them, we can use that. Now, what we're looking for payment on that is, okay, I'm trying to say this correctly because I just have little bullet point notes. So, okay, the way the fund works is an 80-20 split. The 20% goes for your management fee, basically. Okay. Out of that 20%, that is broken down into thirds. Okay, because you have 3 different departments, basically. One of those departments is your marketing, your fundraising department. So I don't have fundraisers that I know that I'm going to be willing to pay X amount of dollars, you know, to do this. However, if the people here in the club that want to do that say, hey, I want to do that, put in a ticket, you submit a ticket, we'll fill out an agreement that you become part of that group, and then you will have a team, and you're that team, right? That's the team. That team will be entitled to 30% of that 20% distribution. Free of charge.
Wow.
Free of charge. So, but it's the management fee. That's what it is. It's the management fee is 20% of the fund. Now, you think 20% of $1 million fund, it's not so bad, right?
Yes.
Well, that's what we'd be splitting
Yeah.
is that $200,000 basically, right? Isn't that what it is? 200,000?
Yeah.
20? Yeah, 200,000 on a
Yes.
million. Yeah, okay.
100,000.
So $200,000 is management fee basically. All right. That management fee is broken down into 3 different ways, and 1/3 of that is what we would do with that team, with that little team of capital raisers. So if there are people inside here, that's what they'd be splitting, that amount. So whether it be 2 people.
So
3
you will
people,
be dividing 1/3 of the management fees
I would be,
among the team.
yes, divide the 20% into a third.
20,
Yes.
20% into 3 parts, then that one part of third will be divided into.
That's correct. That's correct. Yeah, because the others go for other departments, but for the
6,000 or something.
right, but for the capital raising part of it, that's what we have to pay for that is that percentage of the fund. So if you're able to bring that in, able to do, that's what you're able to get paid without putting any money into the fund, which is pretty awesome. I mean, yeah.
Looking at $66,000.
Now that's just of the raise. Now, do you think that's just the raise? That's not counting the distribution.
Wow.
Right.
They're also getting the distribution.
Exactly. You're part of the team. You're part of the team. You get distribution for that too. So it's a handsome offering. It really is. I mean, now here's some
Yes.
beauty. Here's some things. Now, Cortina, you're going to like this one. I know you're going to like this one because when I thought of this today, I was flabbergasted that I didn't think of it 3 years ago. First of all, I'm going to start off this way. This next fund, the PE1 fund, that is our private equity fund. We are going to sell it in 10 units. That's how we're going to raise capital in 10 different units of 10,000
Okay.
apiece. Or excuse me, 100 units of $10,000 apiece. All right. In other
Okay.
words, to buy in's a $10,000 minimum. That's what that is. And we can have up to 100 buy-ins or 100 units sold. You could have one person that spends, 20, 30,000. Well, they get 3 units, right? So, anyhow, the way that's going to work.
One unit equals to 10,000?
1 unit is 10,000.
Okay.
That's right. That's right. 10,000 is 1 unit. So if you spend 20,000, you've got 2 units.
Yeah.
30,000 is
Okay.
3 units exactly. Now, if you're not in a situation to where you can do that, right? we can break it down into 4 payments. I can break it down into 4 payments of $2,500. That's not so bad. I mean, that's so much better, right? Now I'm working out a deal. I'm seeing what I can do with my bank to where if you do a certain down payment of half, then I can take 4 payments out of the other half. So really, it's like 5 payments, but you got kind of one that's a big payment. You know, but it depends on what I can negotiate on that, you know, through the software and what's allowed to do and everything else. I don't know. I'm still working on it. But we can do 4 payments of $2,500 to make 10 grand. You know, each month would be a 4-month subscription payment basically, and then you're fully funded and you get your acknowledgement of payment letters. So that is something, a way that we can let average Joe participate into something like this without having to drain all of their retirement or whatever it is that they've got. They can say, okay, I've got a little here that I can take this month. Next month or what have you, I can take a little bit more from here and there and do that. 25 is a little easier to swallow than 10 grand at a time for average Joe. That's it. So we're offering that kind of deal. Now here is the beauty. Now what if you can't do that? What if you're like even more average Joe? You don't even have the $2,500, right? You're sure not going to have 4 payments of $2,500. What if $2,500 was like the most I could get ever to put in this? How could you still benefit? I told you there's 100 units, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to hold 10 of those units to be sold as through cryptocurrency as a tokenized unit. All right. Each one of those units will have 10,000 tokens that are sold for $1 each.
Oh wow.
Right. Well, if that's all you got's $1 or 2 here and there, you can get your $1 or 2, because in truth, that unit just has to have 10,000. That's it. As long as the $10,000 is paid, that unit is there. Now, remember, you're sharing that unit with everybody that's in that unit. So the more of it that you own, the more of it you're going to end up getting paid. But it does allow you to get in, even if you're not a bigger investor, even if you don't make the kind of money to allow you to do that. Good part about that, it's dollar cost average. You know, put in when you can. Buy a token or 2 here and there. Well, when we do our snapshot for distribution, it depends on who owns what at that time. Yeah, at that time of snapshot. So I think that's a way that we can marry the two. Look, I was looking today. I didn't want to get rid of Rich Wolf Club NFT. I love that. That's my baby. Mr. Wolf is me. I'm Mr. Wolf. Now, Suchir doesn't know this. Cortina might not even have seen my face for the first couple of months because I wore a wolf of the PFP just like everybody else. I mean, if you didn't see me here inside of VC, you might not have seen my real face, because in the Web3 NFT world, you are represented by a profile picture.
Okay.
Right. So that's why in this server you see where it says Mr. Wolf. That's where that comes from.
Okay. Wow.
I know it's a lot to take in. It really is. So, but that's how what we plan to do. Now, this fund, to give you an actual breakdown of what that fund looks like and what it's going to look like to you guys, we're seeking $1 million total investment. What we plan to do with that $1 million is acquire multiple positive cash flowing assets. And when I say positive cash flowing assets, we're talking about money making businesses. All right, business acquisition. What type of businesses? I'll tell you. As far as the industry, I'm not as concerned with the industry. There's several industries that we're interested in. The criteria that we actually look for is that they have been in business for between 5 to 10 years minimum, that they generate between $1 and $5 million a year, okay, and have an EBITDA, which is your debt, or before your your earnings before taxes and everything else, the amortization and whatnot, right around 150,000 to 500,000. Anywhere between there, because that's what's going to pass through to the owner, right? That's what we're looking for. Now, if we could acquire 10 businesses. Now, let's just say we raise $1 million. Now, that $1 million, let's just say we took out 100,000 here and there. We could buy a lot of businesses that are only 100, only 200,000. They're smaller businesses, but they generate that kind of income, right? They're going to generate an extra $50,000, $60,000 in your pocket, every year, something like that, just for owning it, right? Now, with that million, we ought to be able to go out and buy at least 10 of these good, profitable businesses, what we're talking about, within that first year. And I say within the first year because it's more about a matter of finding the right business than it is to just, can we do it? Yeah, we can do it. You want it to be the right ones. So what we're doing on this fund is after you invest into the fund, it's a 1-year lockup. There's no distribution that's going to happen for 1 year because we have to acquire these businesses and let them generate, right? That's what we have to do. After 1 year, it's a quarterly distribution of 80% of the profits from then into the life of the company, right? And I say it's a pro rata distribution. It's distributed based on the amount of the fund that you have purchased, the amount that you put in. So if you put in 10% of it, then you're going to get that return. Now, when I say 10% is what you're going to get back, it's 10% of 80% of the profits. Yes, we do an 80% or an 80-20 split, remember? So every quarter, 80% of the profits go back to the shareholders or go back to the, to the investors. Right. So you would be entitled to your percentage of that 80%. Right. Now, another little beautiful gem that goes along with that is you don't have to take it out. You don't have to take your money out. You can just sign the form that we keep rolling it in that you're reinvesting. There are no capital gains paid on that. You're not paying any taxes on that. It's just growing. That's it. Now, let's say you did get the money out. You pulled your money out when the distribution came and you said, woohoo! Now what am I going to do with it? Well, that's a capital gains event, right? You're going to get a good little chunk of money and you're going to end up paying capital gains taxes on that, which is not what you want to do. What you want to do is something very similar to what you see in real estate, and that's something like a 1031 like kind exchange. You have invested in a business acquisition or into an investment fund. Well, you got distributions from that. Now you can roll that into another fund or another, opportunity like that that is the like kind and not have to realize any of the taxes on that.
And continue to grow your money.
And continue to grow your money. That's it. Continue to grow. So those are the things that we've got coming up for right now, immediately in the club. Let me look and make sure I haven't missed anything. Yes, I did. I missed something big. Well, 2 things. I mentioned that there's 3 programs we're doing in-house. That is your weekly networking sessions, that's your free training programs, and your one-on-one consultation. There's also 2 different programs that we're implementing that are external. It's more about what I'm doing, and I would like to invite you to be a part of it, okay? But I do want you to know. One of them is Rich Wolf Radio. Rich Wolf Radio is a video podcast that I have been recording through these phone calls, through these Zoom meetings, and putting them out on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, as a video podcast where we speak about wealth building strategies, investment opportunities, and business acquisitions. Okay, that's what we talk about. So I will be doing interviews and talks with, a lot of professionals in these fields, and that's what this show is about. So even if you don't get a chance to log in or what have you, hey, a share goes a long way. A share and a tag goes a long way to letting people know what we're doing here. Okay, that's it. Now, the second program is Rise and Grind. Yeah, that's right. Rise and Grind is the morning networking show that we are doing. Look, I've put this on Facebook. I've put it on. I put it all over Twitter on my regular feed, but I put it on the events in Facebook. It's fixing to be on Meetup and in Eventbrite, to where people can come. It's a virtual event, but it happens every day, Central Standard Time, from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., which is that's before working hours, really. But Twitter Spaces are open, and they're good. So I'm thinking it might be an okay opportunity. We're doing it on Zoom, just like this. So they have to fill out a form, and it's the registration form. As soon as they're done with the registration form, it takes them to the link so that they can put it in the calendar and come to the event. It's the same link every day, so you don't have to re-register or any of that. You just need to get the link one time. So that's what we're doing. I don't know how big of a success it's going to be because it isn't a virtual event. And, I'm not putting advertising dollars in it, but I am trying to get people to come to it. So if you're a part of other groups, if you're a part of anything out there that you're a part of, whether it be a Facebook group, Instagram, something, Twitter circle, whatever, you might share those posts. Share that the invitation to the networking event every day. That way your group can come do it. Whatever company they have, we would love to hear about it. We'd love to talk to them and get to meet them. They're going to be they're business owners too. We want to know who they are. So this is a global network we're trying to build. If you show up to the event, all of the attendees of the event will get a list of the contact list from that session. Now, you're not going to get it from everybody I've got, but you'll get it from the day you attended. So if you attend, look, you attend a bunch of days, there might not be anybody a couple of days, but if everybody keeps showing up, all of a sudden you got 50, 60 people in there and you got access to that list. Right.
So what that really does for you is it creates lead lists for you.
Yeah, that's lead generation.
That's lead generation for you.
Yeah, and if y'all don't want them, you can just give them to me. Right.
We got them, don't worry.
Okay, so moving on in the notes, there is one last little thing that I needed to mention. I've told you the news, I've told you the updates inside the clubhouse, I've told you some announcements, and I've told you what we can do for you and what value we're intending to provide you inside this club. The last thing is, I got to tell you what we need from you. Oh yeah, you didn't know that was coming, did you? No, look, what we need, guys, share, post, be a voice for the club. You're in a club, you're a member of the club. Let the world know it. Let other people know that it's kind of a cool place to be. Because without people knowing that it's even here, there'll never be anybody here talking. If we can't just get some folks in here doing something, there never will be. So I would really just like to ask our members to please try to contribute as much as possible on any kind of level that you possibly can for keeping things going, whether it be inviting a friend here and there, whether it be making a random post inside the server or out on a Twitter space or in a Facebook group saying, hey, I'm a part of this thing. Is anybody's interested? Here's how you get in. Whatever. It's only, it's a paid subscription, but I got a free link because I'm whatever. Here you go. Or I'm a legacy member, so I've got a free link and I'll share it with you, if you're interested in that, because everybody else got to pay $30. So, that's a value right there. If you think about this now, okay, Suchir, you're a part of the fund launch group as well. Have you looked into how much any of that cost?
It costs around $20.
Well,
$20 to $30.
Okay, yeah, for the Discord, but have you looked at any of their programs?
The Fund Launch Academy cost $2,500.
Right.
And we cannot enter the Black Card and Whale group. We have to be a fund at least with $100 million.
Right. And to enter that one's a $30,000 buy-in.
Okay.
Yeah, I just found that out on a call today. Yeah, I didn't know that either. I knew about the academy as well because really we're in the education space, so you kind of want to see what other people do with their education. And that's another reason that I don't post anything over there like that either, because that's not my place. I ain't going to do that. I don't even tell anybody I got my own server. I just go over there.
But it would be a great place for you to get the networking and to build a server.
No, and it has been, because the conversation that I get in that server is pretty good. There's a lot of people that are there trying to do investment and investment management, so it's good conversations to have. Most of the groups and stuff that we find on Discord, they're gamified, or they're more of like a social club, and they're really not as business centered, even when they're supposed to be. Just because I think a lot of times people look at a Discord server as something more personal. They're at home, they want to wind down. It's not the corporate office. That is the reason that I started doing stuff on Zoom, because people take Zoom as a more professional atmosphere because they do that at work.
Yeah.
Discord server, that's where they eat pizza, smoke weed, and watch screen share. You know, that's
Yeah.
right, and that's okay too. That's the reason we made a club. If y'all want to do that in the VC one night, do what you do. There's no problem with that. You're part of the club.
We
But-
want to have game nights too.
Yeah. Oh, now game nights. As we get more people in here, I do plan on doing regular game nights, and they won't be the stupid games. They'll be quick games. You're going to come in for 30 minutes or something and get out of here, and win some money. Yes, money.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think we were going to do with the membership fees? Look, we don't need the membership fees to support ourselves. We're okay. We own a couple of businesses already. We don't need them to put into the funds. That's what the funds are for. The reason we have a pay gate is to vet the people that are in here. If you're willing to pay $30 a month, you're somebody who believes in paying for your circle and who believes in putting yourself in that circle intentionally. Not just somebody who's, I might stop in here and there and never utilize it. Those are the ones that you can give gold and they'll never do anything with it. You ever heard the term throwing pearls to swine?
No.
Yeah, like throwing pearls to swine. Pearls are a beautiful, rare, it's not a gem, but you understand what I'm saying, an object. Beautiful and rare. And when you put a pearl necklace on a pig, it's just a pearl necklace on a pig. They're going to tear it up, wore it out. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything to that pig. It doesn't mean anything to that pig. So, look, I'll give you another one. Now, we've talked about my family and my folks several times, Cortina, but I'll give you this one. I was talking to my mother one time, and I offered to buy her a Louis Vuitton purse, right, for Christmas one year. She looked at me when she saw the price tag on it. First of all, asked me who Louis Vuitton was and why it was so expensive. Didn't understand why something that big was so expensive. It wouldn't have mattered what the name on it was. It didn't mean anything to her. It's, can I put my money in it? Does it look good with my outfit? And, is it going to last a little while? Those are the questions she cared about. It wasn't the same thing. It doesn't matter what brand, how much I ever could have spent on it. She wouldn't even have appreciated it that way. And if I told her how much I spent on it, she probably would have been mad at me.
Yes.
So there you are. Now, before we get out of here, is there anything that any of you guys would like to say?
No.
No, I don't know. I'm waiting. It's okay. Look, if I could just keep you guys coming in and doing the things that we can do when you can do them. If you can't make all the events, I understand that.
Yeah.
It's life. It's what it is. However, a little conversation in the lounge goes a long way. A little share to the links goes a long way. Telling close friends and family goes a long freaking way, y'all. Do I have any remarks or comments on the crypto units?
Okay. It's amazing for the small person to join in.
So you like
they
it?
can-
then. Okay.
Yeah.
Martina, did you
y'all
like it?
understand it?
Okay. Okay. But now, see, I like it because I don't have to do a DAO with it. I don't have to do any of that. It's real easy to look at the collection and see how much it is and know that that is
Yeah.
one unit in the collection of units. Right? So
Yeah.
really, that's all it is. You just set aside and say, here, this is for people that don't have that you're able to get in another way. Now, I would like to do 10 units, but,
Yeah.
well, it's $100,000. $100,000 out of $1 million is good. That means that I let
Mhm.
a lot of regular people do something significant in their life. That means something to me. I'd rather that happen. Now, I don't know if we would get to that $100,000 mark. It might only hit the $10,000 mark, and I wouldn't open up a second unit to it. But, I would like to, if we had 85 units, gone to investors, regular investors, and then you've only got 3 gone to your crypto investors, maybe you just kind of go and meet in the middle. Wherever they meet, that's where you stop.
Yes.
Right. Because I would like for as many of
Yeah.
the little people to have the opportunity as possible. Right. At the same time, that centralized money's easier to deal with. I didn't know until I started dealing with centralized money. Centralized money's easier. Look, sending out that little subscription agreement or a letter of intent, depending on what you're doing, and then sending out acknowledgement payments and then a monthly or quarterly report, so much easier than dealing with all the headache of the crypto. Let me tell you. So All right,
I
guys.
can
well,
imagine.
well, that's what I've got for you guys for this week's Rich Wolf Club weekly meeting. And I'm going to ask one more time: are there any questions, comments, or concerns?
Not right now.
Okay.
Right now.
Well, we do list all the events at the top of the server. There is an events
Yes.
tab. If you click interested, it will set a reminder for you when those events are happening. So just so
Yes.
you can keep in touch. It's hard to sometimes if you forget to add it to your calendar, it'll send you a reminder automatically.
There you go. All right, guys. Well, thank you for being here and for sharing your time with me tonight. I think I've kept you on here for, I don't know, probably close to an hour or so. So, you guys have a fantastic rest of your evening, and you enjoy your Saturday, and we're going to enjoy our Friday evening. How about that?
Yeah.
All right. We'll see
Yeah.
you guys on the other side in the club.
Okay.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.